Hey everyone! Let's talk about Hyundai and Kia. They're popular, reliable, and affordable. But lately, there's been a disturbing trend. They're getting stolen. Teens are exploiting a design flaw. Social media is flooded with videos showing how easy it is. Authorities haven't found an effective way to stop it. In this video, we'll arm you with the knowledge to protect your car. This isn't just about the inconvenience of losing your car for a few days. For many, their car is their lifeline, their way to get to work, take their kids to school, or even just grab groceries. This trend has real-world consequences, impacting livelihoods and causing undue stress. Insurance companies are slammed, repair shops are backlogged, and owners are left in limbo, often facing hefty insurance deductibles and increased premiums. The emotional toll is significant too. The feeling of violation, the fear that it might happen again, and the distrust it sows in communities are all very real and very damaging. It's about time we took back control and showed these opportunistic thieves that our cars are not easy targets. Stay tuned because, in the next section, we'll dive into the common tactics these vandals use, so you know exactly what you're up against. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Why are Hyundai and Kia vehicles so susceptible to theft? The answer lies in a specific design choice: the ignition system. Unlike most modern cars that use a push-button start, certain models of Hyundai and Kia vehicles manufactured between 2011 and 2021 use a traditional keyed ignition system. But there's a catch. These models lack an electronic immobilizer, a standard security feature in most cars. An immobilizer essentially verifies the car key, preventing the engine from starting without the correct key present. Without this crucial security feature, the ignition system becomes incredibly vulnerable. It's a design flaw that has come back to haunt both automakers and, unfortunately, their customers. Think of it like leaving your front door unlocked with a sign that says, "Welcome, please come in." You wouldn't do that to your home, so why should your car be any different? Here's where it gets even more unsettling. These aren't sophisticated criminals using high-tech gadgets to break into your car. In many cases, all they need is a screwdriver, a USB cable, and a little bit of know-how, gleaned from, you guessed it, the internet. They smash a window to gain access to the car's interior, hence the screwdriver. Then they tamper with the steering column cover, exposing the ignition cylinder. This is where the USB cable comes in. They exploit the lack of an immobilizer, manipulating the ignition cylinder with the USB cable to start the car. It's as simple and as shocking as that. What was supposed to be a convenient way to start your car has turned into a security nightmare, turning everyday objects into tools of theft. The method of operation is usually brazen and swift. Often, these acts of vandalism are carried out by groups of young individuals, emboldened by the ease of the act and the online notoriety they crave. They target cars parked in driveways, on residential streets, or even in parking lots, often in broad daylight. They move quickly, smashing a window, gaining access to the ignition, and driving off before anyone notices. The speed and audacity of these thefts often leave victims feeling shocked and violated. It's a stark reminder that even in seemingly safe neighborhoods, vulnerability can exist where we least expect it. While some may dismiss these thefts as joyrides, the reality is far more serious. These stolen vehicles are often involved in reckless driving, leading to accidents, property damage, and even tragic loss of life. The stolen cars are often abandoned, damaged, or stripped for parts, leaving the owners to deal with the financial and emotional fallout. The impact extends beyond the individual car owner. This surge in thefts strains law enforcement resources, insurance companies face mounting claims, and communities are left grappling with a sense of unease and insecurity. But it's not a hopeless situation. There are steps you can take to protect yourself and your vehicle. All right, let's talk solutions. And no, we're not going to suggest the club. Remember that clunky, awkward thing from the 90s? Yeah, it's back. But honestly, who wants to wrestle with that thing every time they get in and out of their car? Plus, it screams, "Hey, I'm an easy target." Luckily, there are more practical and less embarrassing options. One effective solution is a steering wheel lock. These come in various designs, but they all work on the same principle: physically locking your steering wheel in place. Even if a thief manages to break in, they won't be able to steer the car. These locks are relatively inexpensive, easy to use, and provide a strong visual deterrent. Look for one that's sturdy, tamper-resistant, and highly visible. Remember, the goal is to make your car as unappealing to thieves as possible. Section 2. Visible deterrents, keeping them guessing. Remember, these thieves thrive on quick and easy targets. The longer it takes them to break into your car, the more likely they are to give up and move on. That's where visible deterrents come in. We're not talking about those flashing LED lights that scream, "My car alarm is broken." Think subtle, yet effective. A simple dummy alarm LED can be enough to make a thief think twice. These are readily available online and are incredibly easy to install. Just stick it on your dashboard and you're good to go. Another effective yet often overlooked deterrent is a dash cam. Not only does it record potential incidents, but the visible presence of a camera can be enough to scare off would-be thieves. Park in well-lit areas, especially at night. Thieves hate being seen, and a well-lit area makes it much harder for them to operate unnoticed. Section 3. DIY security hacks, simple yet effective. Let's get creative. Enhance your car's security without spending a fortune. A simple kill switch can deter thieves. It's easier than it sounds. Reinforce your steering column cover. Use metal plates or zip ties for extra protection. Section 4. Parking strategies. Don't be an easy target. You've secured your car, but your work isn't done yet. Where you park your car can be just as important as the security measures you've taken. Avoid parking in isolated or poorly lit areas. Thieves love the cover of darkness and seclusion. If possible, park in a garage or a secure parking lot. If you have to park on the street, try to park in a well-lit area with plenty of foot traffic. The more eyes on your car, the better. Reverse parking is another simple yet effective strategy. It makes it much harder for thieves to quickly hook your car up to a tow truck and drive off with it. Remember, these thieves are looking for the easiest targets. Don't make it easy for them. All right, we've covered some great low-tech solutions, but maybe you're ready to bring in the big guns, technologically speaking. Today, we've got a whole arsenal of gadgets designed to outsmart even the most determined car thief. Think of it as giving your Hyundai or Kia its own personal bodyguard, one with a microchip and a GPS signal. The beauty of these high-tech solutions is that they offer a proactive approach to car security. They don't just deter theft, they actively prevent it and help you recover your car if the worst happens. They might require a bit more investment, but the peace of mind they provide is often worth every penny. So, let's dive into the world of high-tech car security and see what's out there. Remember those spy movies where they could track a car anywhere in the world? Well, that technology is real, readily available, and surprisingly affordable. GPS trackers are small, discrete devices that you can hide in your car. They work by sending real-time location updates to your phone or computer, allowing you to know exactly where your car is at all times. Some advanced GPS trackers even come with geofencing capabilities. You can set up a virtual perimeter around a specific area, and if your car moves outside of that zone, you'll receive an instant alert. This is incredibly useful for detecting unauthorized use, or if someone tries to tow your car away. And if your car does get stolen, you can provide the police with its exact location, increasing the chances of a swift recovery. Remember that design flaw we talked about earlier, the missing immobilizer? Well, you can actually retrofit your Hyundai or Kia with an aftermarket immobilizer. These devices work by preventing the engine from starting unless the correct key or fob is present. They essentially immobilize your car, making it impossible to steal. Now, installing an immobilizer is a bit more complex than, say, sticking a GPS tracker under your dashboard. It usually involves some wiring and is best left to the professionals. But trust me, it's a worthwhile investment, especially if your car falls within the vulnerable model years. An immobilizer is like having a dedicated security guard for your ignition system, ensuring that only you have the key to start your car. Section 4. Alarm systems. Sounding the alarm. Let's face it, a blaring car alarm is probably the last thing a car thief wants to deal with. Modern car alarm systems have come a long way from the basic noisemakers of the past. We're talking about sophisticated systems with motion sensors, shock sensors, and even tilt sensors that can detect if someone is trying to tow your car away. And here's the best part. Many of these systems can be controlled remotely using your smartphone. Imagine this, someone tries to break into your car, the alarm goes off, and you receive an instant notification on your phone, complete with the car's location. Talk about empowering. You can even find alarm systems that integrate with dash cams, so you have video evidence of any attempted theft. It's like having eyes and ears on your car 24/7. Section 1. Strength in numbers. The power of community. We've talked tech, we've talked tactics, but there's one more crucial layer to car security that often gets overlooked. Your community. Remember the old saying, it takes a village? Well, it holds true for protecting your car too. When neighbors look out for each other, it creates a much less appealing environment for opportunistic thieves. Think about it. A thief is much more likely to target a car on a street where nobody knows their neighbors, where people are isolated and nobody's paying attention. But in a tight-knit community where people are connected, aware, and looking out for each other, it's a whole different story. So how do we build this sense of community and shared responsibility? Let's explore some practical steps. Section 2. Neighborhood Watch 2.0, Connecting the Dots. Remember Neighborhood Watch? Those signs with the watchful eyes? Well, it's time for a 21st century upgrade. We're talking about leveraging the power of technology to connect with your neighbors and share information in real time. Social media platforms and neighborhood apps like Nextdoor and Citizen have become invaluable tools for this. Imagine this. You see someone suspicious checking out cars on your street. You snap a picture, post it on your neighborhood app with a brief description, and instantly, your neighbors are aware and on the lookout. That's the power of connected communities. These platforms also allow you to share tips, advice, and even organize neighborhood patrols, creating a united front against car theft. Section 3. Sharing is caring, spreading awareness online. We live in an age of information where knowledge is power. Don't underestimate the impact of sharing your experiences, tips, and advice online. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok can be powerful tools for raising awareness about this issue and helping others protect themselves. Share this video with your friends and family, especially those who own Hyundai or Kia vehicles. Post about the security measures you've taken and encourage others to do the same. The more people are informed and take action, the harder it becomes for these thieves to operate. Remember, it's not about spreading fear. It's about empowering each other with knowledge and practical solutions. Section 4. Personal habits. Don't be a sitting duck. Now let's talk about the simplest yet often overlooked aspect of car security, your own habits. You can have the most sophisticated security system in the world, but if you leave your car unlocked with the keys in the ignition, well, you're practically inviting a thief to take it for a spin. Always double check that your car is locked, even if you're just running inside for a minute. Don't leave valuables in plain sight. Thieves love an easy grab, so hide your phone, wallet, and any other tempting items. Be mindful of where you park, opting for well-lit areas with plenty of foot traffic. And remember, if you see something, say something. Don't hesitate to report any suspicious activity to the authorities. Sarah's story, from victim to vigilante. Real stories from real people drive home the impact. Meet Sarah, a single mom from Chicago. One morning, it was gone. The thieves left the USB cable dangling. Sarah was devastated and frustrated. She decided to fight back with knowledge and community. Now, let's head over to sunny California, where we meet Frank, a retired engineer and self-proclaimed tech geek. Frank loves gadgets, and when he heard about the Hyundai and Kia thefts, he saw it as a challenge, a puzzle to solve with technology. He went all out, equipping his Kia Soul with a state-of-the-art security system, GPS tracker, aftermarket immobilizer, dashcam, you name it, he had it. One night, Frank received an alert on his phone. His car alarm was going off, and the GPS showed it moving. Someone was trying to steal his car. But thanks to the immobilizer, they couldn't get the engine to start. The thieves panicked and fled, but not before the dashcam captured clear images of their faces. Frank provided the footage to the police, who were able to apprehend the suspects. His tech-savvy approach not only protected his car, but also helped bring criminals to justice. Section 3. Community in Action. Taking back the streets. Stories like Sarah's and Frank's highlight the power of individual action. But what happens when communities come together? Let's visit Atlanta, where residents of a neighborhood plagued by car thefts decided to fight back as one. They organized community patrols, shared security tips online, and even chipped in to install security cameras in common areas. They turned their neighborhood from a target into a fortress, making it clear to potential thieves that their community was not an easy mark. The results were remarkable. Car thefts plummeted, and a renewed sense of community spirit emerged. They proved that when people unite, they can create a safer environment for everyone. This wasn't about vigilantism. It was about reclaiming their neighborhood and sending a powerful message that crime wouldn't be tolerated. Section 4. Your turn to act, don't wait, protect. These are just a few examples of the countless stories of resilience, innovation, and community action happening across the country. They demonstrate that even in the face of adversity, there is always hope, and there are always ways to fight back. Remember, protecting your Hyundai or Kia is not about living in fear. It's about taking control, being proactive, and sending a clear message. My car is not an easy target. So what are you waiting for? Don't wait for it to happen to you. Take action today. Implement the tips and strategies we've discussed, connect with your community, and let's work together to put an end to this epidemic of car theft. Remember, knowledge is power, and together we can make a difference. Section 1. The road to security. It's paved with action. Look, we've covered a lot of ground today. From the frustrating design flaw that sparked this whole mess to the ingenious ways people are fighting back. The key takeaway? You're not helpless. Whether you opt for a simple steering wheel lock or go full tech wizard with GPS trackers and immobilizers, there's a solution for every budget and comfort level. But the most powerful tool in your arsenal? Awareness. Understanding the problem, sharing that knowledge with others, and refusing to be an easy target. It's about taking back control and making informed choices about your car's security. Remember, these thieves thrive on anonymity and apathy. They target cars they think are vulnerable, owned by people who won't put up a fight. Let's prove them wrong. Section 2. Join the movement. Reclaim your peace of mind. This isn't just about cars. It's about reclaiming a sense of security and peace of mind. It's about feeling confident parking your car, knowing you've taken every precaution. And it's about standing together as a community, sending a clear message that we won't tolerate this kind of criminal activity. So, join the movement. Share this video with everyone you know who drives a Hyundai or Kia. Talk to your neighbors, get involved in your community, and let's put an end to this nonsense. Remember, every little step you take makes a difference. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.